Hello everybody, I'm Nire and welcome to day 3 of Bookmas. So for today's video, we're going to be choosing my December TBR. However, we're going to be using my new Christmas tree TBR board to do so. I decided that for December, I was going to make a new TBR board, and this is what I came up with. It is not the best because I did handmade it, but it did turn out very similar to how I anticipated it was going to look like. So I am happy with it. It is all right. So in this video, we're going to be using it to choose my December TBR, exactly how we would do it with my other TBR board. So basically, we're going to roll a die, and whatever the number is the amount of spaces that we have to go through, and the prompt that we land on is then the prompt that we have to use to choose a book for my December TBR. The only different thing that I'm going to be doing in today's TBR video is that instead of 6 books, I'm going to be choosing 4 books for my December TBR because I do want to do a lot of mood reading during December, and so I just want to have a small amount of books that I have set for myself that I have to read. So that's why we're going to pick only 4, but it is a pretty small board, so I think that 4 is actually a pretty good number for the board that we're using in today's video. But I'm still really excited. I think that it is a very fun idea. So let's go ahead and get straight into choosing the books for my December TBR. All right, so let's go ahead and choose our first prompt. Let's go ahead and see what we get. All right, so we have 5. Let me move that over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that is LGBTQIA+. This is going to be pretty easy for me because I have quite a bit of books on my TBR with LGBTQIA+ characters in them, so we'll see what I end up choosing for my December TBR. All right, so for the first prompt, we got LGBTQIA+. I do have quite a bit of books on my TBR that fit into this prompt, but the book I ended up choosing is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I've been wanting to read this book for a little bit now. I've heard phenomenal things about it and about this author in general, so I'm just really excited to read it and get into this magical world because I've heard, again, phenomenal things about it. So that is going to be the book that I choose for this prompt. I'm very hopeful that I'm going to enjoy this, so we'll see what I think about it when I actually read it. All right, so let's go ahead and choose my second prompt and let's see what we get. 2. Okay, so 1 and 2, and that is random color generator. So basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go online, search for a random color generator, and then I just have to pick a book where the cover is primarily the color that the random generator shows. So I have no idea what that's going to be until I actually use the random color generator, so I'm excited to see what I actually get. All right, so for our second prompt, we got random color generator. So I'm going to be using this wheel right here. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. I'm actually just going to screen record and I will put the wheel somewhere on the screen for you to see. So let's go ahead and spin and see what color we get. So let's see. Dark blue. Okay, specific. Not only blue, but dark blue. Okay. All right, so I have to go take a look at my TBR and see what books I have that have the color blue on the cover. So let me go take a look and I'll come back to you with a book. All right, so after looking through my TBR, the book that I decided to pick for the dark blue color is going to be Heavenly Buddies by Imani Eru. I have been wanting to read this book for such a long time. I've heard phenomenal things about specifically the romance in this book, so I'm really intrigued by it. I believe I have put it on some other TBRs before, but I just have never gotten around to read it, and I'm very hopeful that I'm going to be able to read it in December because we have a smaller TBR and hopefully I end up really enjoying it. So let's go ahead and choose our third prompt and let's see what we get. Ooh, okay, so that is 3. Okay, put that over here and let's move 1, 2, and 3. Oh my god, that is actually perfect for December. So we got a holiday book. So a book where characters are celebrating some sort of holiday. We'll see what we have because I don't have a lot of holiday books on my TBR, but I should have some. And I'm thinking about one that I have specifically, and I believe it is a thriller, which could be fun. So for our third prompt, we got a holiday book, which is just absolutely perfect for this entire video and for this time of year. I just went through my TBR and I really don't have a lot of holiday books on there. However, I do have one that I recently got in a Stuff My Kindle event, and even though I've never heard of the author, the premise sounds kind of interesting, and so I decided to pick it up. And that book is Merry Little Vengeance by Joan de la Haye. I hope that's how you pronounce that last name. I'm not 100% sure. This is actually a horror short story where we follow a hit woman during the holidays, I guess. So I mean, I'm pretty interested in it. It definitely is an intriguing premise. I think it will be pretty fun. It's definitely something different for a holiday book, so we'll see, and I'm really excited to read it. And now let's go ahead and choose our last prompt for my December TBR. So let's see, and our last number is 4. Okay, so we have 4. Let's just move it over here because I'm pretty sure that we're going to be landing on the star. So let's move 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yes, we just landed on the star, which means that I have to pick a book that I believe is going to be a 5-star. Right now, I cannot really think of any book that I think is going to be 5-star that is part of my TBR, but I have a lot of books on my TBR, so I'm sure I'll find one. So I guess we'll see what I end up choosing. And then finally, for our last prompt, we landed on the Christmas tree star. So I'm going to be able to choose a 5-star prediction book. And that decision was made so quickly because the instant I saw this book on my TBR, I was like, yes, this is going to be the book that I choose for this prompt. And that is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. I have a feeling that I'm just going to really enjoy this book because I read my very first S.A. Cosby book, I want to say like 2 months ago, and I just have not stopped talking about it. I read All the Sinners Bleed and I absolutely loved it. I thought that it was an excellent thriller, so I am super excited to read more of his backlist. So it is definitely a 5-star prediction for me. So it was just absolutely perfect for this prompt. Alrighty, so those are all the books that are going to be part of my December TBR. We'll see what I think about them. I'm very hopeful that I'm really going to enjoy the books that I put on this one because I think they're all pretty exciting and they all have some sort of intriguing premise to them. All right, so that brings us into the end of this video. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and also if you have not done so already, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to turn on your bell notifications to get notified whenever I upload my next Bookmas video. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow for Bookmas day 4.